Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Played out towards the right wing. Can he spark a counter here?
Peter, it's not often I'll focus on the influence of a goalkeeper, but Vitor Baia is an exception I'm happy to make. Consistently strong and one of Portugal's very best players, never mind just keepers.
Yeah, I very much doubt his nation has ever had anyone better in that position.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Rijkaard. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And it's Neymar. Threads one in. Chance, surely! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. First quarter of an hour gone. Serginho, Neymar, he's real chance! It's in! So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. McTominay did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Hullet. Sané has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Now it's Neymar. Kirkchu. Now, can they get him away? And this is Neymar. Goes for a shot! Kimmich can get it clear. Oh, he's been caught napping! That'll be a throw-in. Kimmich wins the duel this time. He's shifting through the gears here. Crossed into the box. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Rijkaard. And Serginho. Seedorf. And it's Yaya Toure. And here's Haaland. And it's Hullet. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Turns back here, probably the best option. For Yaya Toure. McTominay. Now it's Hullet. No, he's not getting his way this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Haaland. And here's Hullet. And Hullet! Oh, it's hit the post. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Kimmich can see things others simply cannot. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Seedorf. And that's really well manoeuvred. Looking for options for movement. And now the breakaway. Oh, that's fabulous. Looking to play him in. McTominay. And it's Yaya Toure. Now Neymar. Maldini. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Yaya Toure. And he's forced to go back. And it's Yaya Toure. And it's Serginho. He is through here. He's got tall. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Sané. Serginho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, there's the clearance. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Serginho, who's set up one goal so far. Yaya Toure. And it's Kimmich. And he's cut it out. Danger averted for now. Maldini. Quarter of an hour into the second half. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Opts for safety. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good switch, that.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Serginho. Serginho's cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that has been slung wide. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Cannavaro. Oh, can he get onto this? Ball played for Kökçü. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Yaya Toure cannot be beaten that easily. And it's Hullet. Kimmich. Kimmich is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's got away. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Greece really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
No, he's overshot the green. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Kukçu. And it's Serginho. To Guardiola. And it's Cannavaro. He's found a way past. He's being urged to shoot. Well, they've got it again. That's very neat. Neymar plays it in. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Ah, he's had it taken off him. Seedorf. With Toma. That is good strength. Thuram. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That's the keeper's ball.
Greece really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level. Thuram really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Bale. Yaya Toure produced. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How do you look back on the game then? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. And he welcomes it in. Gerrard. And a chance! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's a promising position. In it comes.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
In once more. Up he goes! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Hullet is offering a wry smile there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Kimmich plays it short. Turns and goes back. Neymar! Madrid are looking to go forward now. Nice looking ball. Ronaldinho looking to get on the end of this. And he's managed to get free. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, smashing header. It's there. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Out to the right. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Hullet. He's through here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now, can they get him away? Haaland couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
And it's played in here. Nicked it back promptly.
Jeff, Chiba are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's shifting through the gears here. Haaland. Crunching tackle. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Quality ball. Gerrard, a player who needs no introduction. And it's Ronaldinho. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Serginho. And this is Neymar. And he's Neymar! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Neymar deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Gerrard. Muscular approach does pay off here. And that is as far as they're going to go. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Knocks it into space. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Odo. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Out to the left it goes. No, it's come to nothing. Delivered in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And here's Mbappe. And they're back on the ball again. And this is Gerrard. Big chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Seedorf. Neymar. And here's Hullet. And that's been intercepted. Ronaldinho. He's picked his way through. Kimmich. It's Seedorf. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Haaland. And he shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Defending. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here. Cafu. Oh, that's delightful.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
And it's Iniesta.
Such good technique.
He slings it in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Yaya Toure. Seedorf. That's Maldini. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And it's Rijkaard. Looks across and plays it in. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Forlan, now it's Bellingham, and now the breakaway, spread out to the left. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Seedorf. Good ball, good take. Cafu. Bellingham. Oh, they could break here. And here's Haaland. Batistuta. It's Schneider. Bellingham. And it's Schneider. Looking for the run. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Delivers the ball. Header! He's scored! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No.
Can he finish? They've scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nicely shaped ball. Now that's well seen too. Bellingham. Schneider. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And this is Neymar. Adams. And it's Forlan. Nicely spread. Looking to play him in. Batistuta. Cafu. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Iniesta. It's Kimmich. Great vision. Now it's Haaland. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That'll be a throw. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good ball, that too.
Pullet. Elects to cross. And the keeper beats it away. Bellingham. Cafu. Scholes. And they can counter here.
There will be 1 minute.
Schneider. That's very neat. Batistuta. Decent chance! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And there's the end of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Jeff, Chiba really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And we are back underway. Schneider. Bellingham. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. Schneider looking sharp there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Good read, needed to be. Iniesta. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Adams. Cafu. It's a good run down the right. And it's Bellingham. Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Maldini. Iniesta. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, he didn't have to play it so early, Peter. It could have been a bit more measured.
Now he's off and running. And here's Bellingham. It's Schneider! Now that is commitment to the cause. And that should get the job done. Scholes. This is promising. Cafu, big header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Maldini. Can he get it through? It's a promising position. Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. No, he's not getting any further than that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Adams. And it's Bellingham. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Iniesta. Number 9, Erling Haaland.
That was travelling.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go.
Number 18, Mitoma. Number
Rijkaard.
25,
Mitoma quietly revving up. That's Rijkaard.
Number 15,
And it's McTominay. Kimmich. Maldini. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Thuram. Played back.
Well, he had to bide his time.
Great chance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he went for it there, knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Mitoma. Takes on his marker. Turns back here, probably the best option. He's looking wide. And he has been fouled there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Thuram!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Uruguay are looking to go forward now.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that's a good ball. Cleared without hesitation.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rummenigge gets into some space.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Adams. Cafu. And the return pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Time added on will be 2 minutes. Seedorf. Rummenigge plays a sharp little ball here. Ball driven. He's got tall. And that is the last effort of the game. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And he welcomes it in. Shot could be... There's the shot!
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's from Mario.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Aimed beyond the defence. Conte. Can he get on the end of this? Spread neatly. Zico. Looking to play him in. Now it's... And he shoots! Goal! Arsenal! Just gorgeous. The most glorious, delicious of touches. Followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Well, that is a good challenge from him. Now it's Seedorf, and it's Maldini. Looking for options for movement. Climbs up big! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Could move up a gear here. And it's Serginho. Costa Curta cuts it out. Cruyff. And they can counter here.
Jeff Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
Cruyff. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Conte. That's an imaginative pass. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And it's Zico. Tries to dink it through. Takes a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Has a look and plays it forward. Haaland.
Jeff Chiba certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Oh, this looks sharp. Zico. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's in a good position here. Romario unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Serginho gets into some space. Nice control. And he has been fouled there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
And the shot! Oh, there's a probing ball. No, he refuses to take the bait. Pull it. That is lovely. And it's Seedorf. He could be in here. Nesta did well to stay calm there. Zico played out towards the right wing. Cruyff gets into a good position. And no, he's seen through all of that. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Welcome the two sides.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
It's their second corner of the game. Kimmich plays it short. Serginho, and the shot! In for the pieces! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage.
Gets his head on it! Oh, split-second reaction.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Nicely aimed pass. Conte. Played out to the right. Romario. Pass is just off target. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's
Rummenigge! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Mitoma, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Rummenigge. Cruyff. Conte. Plays a sharp little ball here. Cruyff. He has found the way through. Seedorf, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Seedorf. And it's Gullit. Gullit cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Yaya Toure. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Ronaldinho. Good. It's Ronaldinho! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Keeper's dealt with that. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Cruyff. Now it's Romario. Romario! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Rummenigge with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Seedorf. Yaya Toure. Oh, good-looking ball. Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Zico. Ronaldinho.
Arsenal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Cruyff. Threads one in. Hangs in a cross.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. believe me on that.
Well, that's a ball to nobody in particular. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Pullet is being withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Well, this could purely be down to rotation with the next game in mind, but he doesn't look very happy.
Hernes. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Conte. Now there's a fine ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kimmich, and that's aimed into the... Oh, smashing header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Thuram really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So, third corner of the game. He's having a shot! Arsenal are looking to go forward now. And here's Thuram, and it's McTominay. Gives it back, and here's Thuram.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That's a good run down the left. Look at this decent chance! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Having turned the game on its head, he's going for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Not a lot we need to say about that. And there isn't a whole lot anyone can do with that corner. Chooses to go cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Opts for safety.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically...
There's the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Speed of thought, speed of...
He gets big! No, not the best of headers. Yamal. Nice looking ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Iniesta. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Well spotted.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And it's Iniesta. It's Seedorf. And it's Yaya Toure. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely weighted ball. Kimmich gets a cross in. Pedri tries to clear. It's a really well-measured ball. Yaya Toure. And it's Neymar. That's Rijkaard. Seedorf. Now it's Gullit. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
He just needed to be quicker then. This defence won't give you time to second-guess yourself. Lamine Yamal really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Gullit. Iniesta. Seedorf. Some really good ball. Haaland! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Thuram.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Kimmich. Vitinha. That's a good ball out wide. So what can they make of this? Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
No, it's come to nothing. Gullit. Looking to play him in. Iniesta. Chance here to counter. And it's Seedorf. Neymar. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Jeff Chiba can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Now it's Gullit. Now it's Pedri. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And it's Hullet. Hullet plays a sharp little ball here. He goes for a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's the chance to counter.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Iniesta takes control of it and he's on the move. Turns back here, probably the best option. Pull it. Distributed tidily. Passes coming off in quick succession here. It's Neymar! Another save. And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Please welcome our players.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Referee's given a throw. Now it's Iniesta. Seedorf. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he was quick to react. Yaya Toure. McTominay, very much a man of this moment. And Iniesta. Seedorf. And it's Rijkaard. To Maldini. And it's McTominay. Iniesta looks to get on the end of this. Neymar could try cutting inside here. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
And it's Iniesta. Seedorf. So we've reached the hour mark. This looks promising. And that has been knocked clear. That's a throw. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could...
He's got tall! Really well taken goal! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Vitinha does really well to win the ball there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Mbappe! Oh, shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. Maldini. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Pull it. Yamal. And he's cut it out. Seedorf.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And he won't reach that.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Mbappe. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Kimmich plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Haaland. Cleared without complication.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Kimmich with the short one. And that's a good ball. Referee has just said play on. And now they can spring out of defence. Yamal. Now it's real chance! It's in! With so little time left, grandstand finish! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Coming on to replace him is number 25, Bellingham. Substitution.
This is threatening to become a really good game. Rijkaard. I think we're just about done here. McTominay. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Conte. Goes looking wide. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Looking for options for movement. Yamal's cross. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. And we're done. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.